Hi everyone, my name is Anita Ladhani and I'm a licensed clinical social worker and an energy practitioner. And today I want to talk to you about God. So I was at lunch the other day and someone mentioned, God and immediately apologized. And I was quite surprised by that because that's not the first time I've seen that. And so I started wondering, when did God become such a taboo word? When did it become such a dirty word, where people felt the need to apologize the minute they mentioned the word, God in any respectful sentence? And it got me thinking about, what is it that people have such an issue with when it comes to the word God? And what I realized is that God is associated and connected to religion, and people have an issue with organized religion. So that got me thinking, okay, so people who have an issue with organized religion are frustrated because of their experiences within an organized religion. So therefore, they get frustrated with the word God because it brings up all these memories and experiences that they've had with religion. Now, I'd like to suggest that we not throw out, the baby with the bathwater, right? Let's not throw out God because we are upset or disappointed or frustrated with our experience in a religious practice. So what do I mean by that? Well, I think God, whether it's a he or a she, or whether it's a universal energy, or whether it's the universe, or whether it's the source of all there is, or the creator of all there is, or it's the just energy of chi, whatever name people have decided to call God by, let's not get caught up in the labels for now, right? Just let's understand that God has nothing to do with religion. God is just the universal energy that flows within us all. So if we want to look at how many paths there are to the one source, the one God, religions are the many paths leading to the one God. Now, whether you're Hindu, you're Muslim, you're Christian, you're Buddhist, you're Jewish, you're whatever, it doesn't matter. They're all different paths leading to one God. I find it almost amusing when people say, well, my path is if you don't practice, if you don't, practice my faith, you're not going to find heaven. You're not going to find God. And that's a whole different discussion, heaven and hell. In this whole claiming that there's only, my way is the right way. And if you don't follow, Islam, or if you don't claim Jesus Christ as your savior, if you're not, reborn or it's interesting that, it's only some of the big ones that make this claim. I don't see Buddhism saying, it's only, if you don't follow, Buddhism, you're not going to find heaven. You'll never find that. You don't really find that in Hinduism. But it's interesting, the bigger ones, kind of some certain area, groups of it make that claim. And what I'd like to suggest is, when you're looking at, an elephant, right? It's like you've heard that story about, six blind men, who are all holding on to different parts of an elephant, and one is looking at the trunk, and it describes elephant, as the trunk, long and and smooth and whatever, and another part looks at it, an elephant's leg, and it describes that, and then another one say no, an elephant, it's holding on to the elephant's tail, so it describes elephant as the tail, and so on and so forth, and so which part of it is the elephant? Well, they're all the elephant, right? But religion to me is like that, where we're holding on to a part that belongs to a bigger God, a bigger source, bigger our higher power, whatever name you want to call him by, or him or her by. And we believe that ours is the only way, that this is the only way, the elephant or God is only the trunk or only the leg. It's all the elephant. All the paths are leading to one God. I know I'm mixing two analogies, but stay with me here, right? So which path is the right one? Why does it matter? whichever one, you choose to follow. Now, a lot of times we end up following the one we're born into, usually, right? But sometimes we're disheartened about, which path we're on. And so we go searching for other paths, which is fine. And some people choose a religion, or some people decide to get away from organized religion and decide just to follow the path of what is really hip and considered spirituality. And spirituality is just, the realization of that we are spiritual beings, we are souls having a human experience. And to me, the language, the practice of spirituality, but even the practice of all religion, when you really look at it, is love. Love is the unifying principles that, for all religions. Every religion teaches love. No religion teaches hate, right? And so if you want to just, practice faith, if you want to practice, regardless of what faith you are associated with or you're not associated with, just practice love. Simple as that. So how do you practice love? Well, you practice love by, practicing it with your loved ones, showing it, being the way you engage, the way you interact, whether it's work, whether it's your friends, whether it's your neighbors, whether it's your, strangers, just whether it's just, have compassion, have respect, have, empathy, just be of service. Whatever you do it from a place of love, do it from a place of service. The intention is very, very important. So just live to serve. And to me, love is God. That's what God is. That's what Creator is. It's love. So, let's not get so offended, when someone mentions God. I mean, let's stop for a minute and think about, why does that bother me? And let's decipher. We're all intelligent enough. We're all old enough. If you're watching me, you've been around a minute or so, and let's sit and take some responsibility for these so-called beliefs that we've had. Because we can't change something unless you are, number one, aware that you are even feeling or believing that, and then you can decide if you want to continue to believe that way or you want to change. And so I think this is an important process for everyone, because at the end of the day, we are spiritual beings, souls with a body, not a body with a soul. And many of us have that backwards. Anyways, I hope this was helpful. Love and light. Take care. God bless.